Hello, my students. Glad to see you again. Now watch a video and then answer the questions.
You know I'm gonna get
There are 4 questions. 1. What is this football competition? 2. When was the latest World Cup held? 3. Where was the 2018 World Cup held? 4. How often does the World Cup take place? Here are the answers. 1. B. The World Cup. 2. C. 2018. 3. A. Russia. 4. C. Every 4 years. We can check the evidence from the video. At the beginning of the video is a football match. The next picture is St. Petersburg, a city of Russia. Or you can see the Russia's flag in the next picture. The last picture is the France football team, the champion of the 2018 World Cup. All the evidence refers to the World Cup 2018. The World Cup is the most prestigious association football tournament in the world, as well as the most widely viewed and followed sporting event. Today we learn Unit 14, the World Cup, part reading. Let's begin with Activity 1, answering some questions. One. Where was the 2002 World Cup held? 2. Which team became the champion then? 3. Which team was the runner-up? Here are the answers. 1. Where was the 2002 World Cup held? In South Korea and Japan. 2. Which team became the champion then? Brazil. 3. Which team was the runner-up? Germany. We continue with Activity 2, Vocabulary. Match the words on the left with their definitions on the right. One. Jointly. 2. The globe. 3. Tournament. 4. Host nation. 5. Trophy. 6. Witness. 7. Finalist. Now time for you to read words and definitions. Here are the answers. Number 1, B. Involving two or more people or groups. Number 2, C. The word. Number 3, A. A competition in which players compete against each other in a series of games until there is winner. 4, A. A country that provides the necessary space, facilities, etc. for a special event. 5, D. A prize for winning a competition. 6, G. To see something happen. 7, F. A person or group who takes part in the final of a game or competition. Now read the passage.
Unit 14, The World Cup. Reading. World Cup, the international football tournament, is held every 4 years. It is considered the most popular sporting event in the world. The World Cup is followed with passionate interest around the globe. The final game of the 2002 World Cup tournament attracted more than 1 billion viewers. In 1904, FIFA, the governing body for football, was set up. At its first meeting, FIFA planned to organize a world championship, but it was not until 1930 that the first World Cup was held. Only 13 teams took part in the first tournament. The host nation, Uruguay, gained a victory over Argentina in the final and became the first champion in the history of the World Cup. By 2002, the world had witnessed 17 World Cup tournaments. National football teams must now compete in elimination games within their own regions before becoming one of the 32 finalists. The 2002 World Cup final was jointly held by Japan and South Korea. It was the first time the World Cup was played in Asia, and the first time it was hosted by two nations. With the victory over Germany in the final match, Brazil became the first team to win the trophy 5 times. Although Europe and South America are the only continents to have produced World Cup champions, countries on other continents hope that one day they will win the honored title.
Activity 3. Sentence completion. Complete the sentences with a word or a number. Sentences 1 and 2. Here are the answers. 1. Only 13 teams competed in the first World Cup. 2. Today the final tournament of the World Cup had 32 teams. Sentences 3 and 4. 3. The team which were defeated in the first World Cup final was Argentina. 4. The final match of the 2002 World Cup attracted a television audience of over 1 billion viewers. Sentence 5. After FIFA first meeting, 26 years have passed before the first World Cup were held in Uruguay. Now we come to activity 4, true-false sentences. Read the text again and decide whether the statements are true or false. One. The first World Cup was held in Uruguay in 1904. False. The correct answer is the first World Cup was held in Uruguay in 1930. This is the photo of the stadium in Uruguay at that time. Two. The World Cup is held every 2 years. False. The right answer is the World Cup is held every 4 years. Three. The World Cup is regarded as the World Championship of the sport. True. Four. Germany and Brazil played in the final match of the 2002 World Cup. True. From the picture, we can see that Brazil is the champion of the World Cup 2002. Five. Brazil is the country that has played 5 times in the World Cup. False. The correct answer is Brazil is the country that has won the World Cup 5 times. Activity 5. Table completion. Complete the table with the numbers given. Time for you to complete the table. Here are the answers. 1904, the year when the FIFA was set up. 1930, the year when the first World Cup was held. 13. The number of teams that took part in the first World Cup tournament. 17. The number of the World Cup tournaments the world had witnessed by 2002. 32. The number of the football teams becomes the finalists for the World Cup. 2002, the year when the World Cup was jointly held by 2 nations, Japan and Korea. Activity 6. Speaking practice. Talk about the events mentioned in the passage using the table in Activity 5. Here is the suggestion. In 1904, the FIFA was set up. The first World Cup was held in 1930. Only 13 teams took part in the first World Cup. By 2002, the world had witnessed 17 World Cup tournaments. There are 32 football teams, becoming the finalists for the World Cup now. In 2002, the World Cup final was jointly held by Japan and South Korea. This is your homework. Write a 100-word paragraph about the World Cup. Goodbye and see you next lessons.